Okay, this is Chris Palmer, and I'm going on about the election. you know, this is a joke. All they have to do is put computers out with military encrypted codes, and it'll be a closed circuit where it goes straight to election committee, and it is tallied by the computer, and all they have to do is sit there and watch. The Republicans and the uh, Democrats can sit there and watch the votes come in, and that way nobody can tamper. And if you can't make it to the place to vote, then you log in on a secure encrypted site and file your vote. That way it goes straight to the voting committee. I mean, it's that simple. It'd be like military encryption. Our military don't just go out on the radio and or the internet and put stuff out and it be heard by everybody. I mean, we can make algorithms that do it, and nobody has to touch the ballots. That way, there's no cheating. I mean, nobody has to do it. And all this mess that we have now would not be anything to worry about. It would just be another day sitting there watching all the elections come in. And then the Electoral College can look at the votes from their states and then swing the electoral votes towards whichever person that won. And that way it would be a fair, transparent election because everybody could tune in and watch where the votes go and how they're tallied and where the electoral votes go to. I mean, it's that simple. That way it takes the human error out of counting ballots. That way, some Joe Blow down the street who volunteered to do it can't shove 120,000 Biden ballots in, or Republican can't shove in 200,000 Trump votes. And that would be the easiest way to do it, the most transparent way to do it. That way, nobody has anything about it, has to do about it. And if you voted from home, you would have to use your little camera on your computer to show your license and or send a copy of the license, take a picture of it with your computer, send it in, and take a picture yourself and send it in, and type in the ballot and e-sign it just like you do any other document that you e-sign anywhere else. And that would be the simplest way to do it. That way everything goes through a closed system and it goes straight to the election committee. That way, nobody gets in this mess. There's no recounting ballots. There's no, if it's close, I mean, there still can be recounts on it. And they can go through the papers that the computers print out and stuff. That way, it's got documentation. They can go in and see if somebody voted twice, they can take it out. They can just search the name, search for duplicates or stuff like that, and pull it right out. And the votes would be even. I don't. In this day of technology, there's all sorts of ways to keep people from doing it. But I mean, that's just me. I'm not a genius. I don't know how to do the algorithms to do that. I don't know how to hook up the closed circuit thing. But I'm sure there's people out there that's a hell of a lot smarter than I am that could do it, and it worked and worked flawlessly. That way, nobody can say, "Oh, I've got more votes. Or, oh, look, we found 120 votes. Oh, look, he's up by 6 million votes, or 600,000 votes. Oh, overnight, bam. Oh, he's barely holding on. Now, we found more votes that put him behind. There'll be none of that stuff. All you have to do is put it like a military encryption on it. That way, hackers can't hack in. We can have people, anti-hackers, working that way that nobody can hack in. And if they do hack in, then they can trace it down to who hacked in, and then they can take whatever votes they put in or whatever votes they took out. They'll know what it does, how many's there. So that's my thoughts on this election. I think the whole election process that we do right now is the biggest joke. I mean, the whole world is laughing at us. We look weak and pathetic from how all this happened. I mean, dead people voting. There's been several dead people voted. There's been mailmen that have uh, predated the ballots that come in. So they're illegal ballots. The dead people's illegal ballots. There's a ton of voter fraud going on in this election. And it seems like the longer the election goes on, the more voter fraud it's found. And this is just in a little bit of digging, these people found this thing. So we need to solve the election process and put it out of human hands and into a closed circuit computer hands. That way it can't be hacked, and have it encrypted just in case somebody does try to plug in and hack it, and have anti-hackers fighting them. So that's the only way it's going to be fair. That's the only way we can sit back on election night and watch the votes come in and know that it's true. And it might take 2 days to decide the election instead of 3 months, because they'll go through, make sure every vote is right and valid, and if not, they'll just pull them out of the computer, and if they leave them in. So this is Chris Palmer in Tennessee, signing off again. Thank y'all for watching my channel. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll talk again about another subject on this crazy adventure we're on as Americans right now.